Today we're going to move on from using diagrams to do fraction division, and we're going to learn about an algorithm so that we don't have to take as much time for each question that we do. So I'm going to start with this one where I am dividing a fraction by a whole number. And what we've learned with an algorithm is that dividing by 4 is the same as multiplying by 1/4. So I'm going to start by rewriting my problem as a multiplication problem. So the first fraction, I'm not going to change at all. And again, dividing by 4 is the same as multiplying by 1/4. Right? Division and multiplication are opposites of each other. So we can change the problem slightly and again turn it into multiplying. This becomes a problem that we're familiar in how to solve. When we're multiplying fractions, remember we just go across. So 7 times 1, and then 8 times 4. Our answer is 7/32. Make sure you double check that that can't be simplified. In this case it can't. 7 and 32 do not share any common factors. This process can also be applied if we're dividing two fractions. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to rewrite this as a multiplication problem. Again, we're doing that because we are familiar with how to multiply fractions. And in order for me to change this to multiplication, okay, I need to also change something else in the problem. Okay, so if I say I'm dividing by 3/10, I can then say, instead of dividing by 3/10, I want to multiply by 10/3. Okay, again, I'm changing this from a division problem to multiplication so I can complete it without a diagram. Then I just multiply across. Again, 7 times 10 would give me 70. And 12 times 3 would give me 36. Okay. In this one, we do have to go and simplify. For this, we can use a calculator to start. Okay, 70 and 36 are both even numbers, so I could divide each of those by 2. And by putting that into a calculator, 70 divided by 2 would give me 35. And 36 divided by 2 would be 18. This is still an improper fraction, so I have one more step to do to simplify. When we're going back to mixed number from an improper fraction, we can't use a calculator for this step, so we do need to divide using long division. So 18 was going to be divided into 35. I can't make a group of 18 from 3, so I put that 0 placeholder. Let's see if I would be able to make two groups of 18. So I'm going to check that before I divide. So 18 times 2 would be 36. Okay, so that's too many. So I'm only able to make one group of 18. 1 times 18 means I'll be subtracting 18 here, leaving me with 17. So my final answer after all those steps, okay, the 1 up here becomes my whole number. I have 17 left over out of 18. The focus today is really on being able to use the algorithm. And again, we do want to make sure we can simplify. But what I'll be looking for is for your ability to show me that you can now use an algorithm instead of diagrams when we're dividing fractions.